Hi, I'm Jesse St. Laurent, and I'm the CTO here at Tuono. I've had a few questions about how Tuono can help with ongoing management of public cloud infrastructure. So I want to walk through a quick example today and show changes to this demo environment. If we look in Azure, what we see is a virtual machine deployed with a few basic environment components here. And if we drill into the access control list, we'll see that unfortunately, somebody has left us to run an environment that's got port 80 open to the environment. Clearly, we don't want to leave port 80 open, so we're going to go fix that. At the same time, we're going to go ahead and add some disk to our instance. So if we look at the disks here, we've got a 100 gig disk, and we're going to go back and increase that. So let's go back to the Tuono environment. Here's a Azure environment using the demo blueprint. If we go edit that blueprint, we're going to go down and take out specifically HTTP. Clearly, that's not a good plan to leave HTTP enabled. Pull that out of the protocol list, so that's been removed. And the second step is we'll go in here and add some more capacity. So we'll add a data drive. We'll give it a size of, let's say, 50 gig. And now let's go apply that to our environment. So we're applying this here to Azure. We could do the same thing to apply it into an AWS environment. It's the same exact blueprint that we could use in either case. If we look into the details here, what we see is our Azure environment is going to go through 3 phases. The first phase is this prep phase, and this is where we do all the conversions from our objects into the venue-specific objects. So instead of using our cloud agnostic types, we understand all the dependencies, all the requirements within the individual cloud providers, and make that translation. Because when we move into preview and to execute, we're going to communicate directly with the native public cloud APIs. The second phase here is preview, and during preview, we go ahead and communicate directly with the venue to understand the state of the environment. So in this case, the environment was already built. We're going to understand that, learn it on the fly, and come up with the execution plan, which is only to make the necessary changes. The last step is execution. And during the execution phase, we're going to go ahead and communicate directly to the public cloud through those native cloud APIs and make all the moves, adds, changes necessary to that environment. In this case, that includes removing the protocols from the ACLs, whether there's one or many, doesn't matter. And it includes adding a disk to that instance that was up and running in the environment. I'm going to speed up the video here for a few seconds, and then we'll be able to check out what's happened once the execution's done. Now that execution's finished, we'll jump back over to the Azure console. If we do a refresh here, we can see our 50 gig disk has been added to our instance. If we jump back to the list of resources and check out our ACL, we'll see that port 80 has been removed out of that list. So this is just a really simple example of how you can go make a change in a declarative blueprint, remove a protocol, add a disk, apply that to Azure in this case. It could also be done to AWS, and using that same blueprint, make those changes, moves, adds, deletes on the fly as part of ongoing management of public cloud infrastructure. I'll put a link in the description to a blog article that contains the code sample used here. So check it out if you have any other questions. Thanks for watching.